She's like, oh, damn, another long journey. Poor Fern. She sounds very sad. So she's at least 1,000 years old. She is old. You trying to kill me off already? Let the search begin. Hey, I'm Dana, and today we're watching Frieren episode 4, and I'm so excited for it. I absolutely love this show. It's such a different pace from any other show that I've watched, at least in recent times, if not ever. But I'm really loving how slow-paced and meaningful this show feels. I feel like there's so much symbolism in every aspect of the show that I might be missing out on. So comment down below if you're catching things that I'm not. But I think overall this show is so beautiful. It's almost bittersweet to watch Frieren like figuring out that, you know, she kind of let the rest of her life kind of slip past her, and the connections that she made with people were only surface level and she didn't know much about them, which I think is actually interesting because I feel like she actually isn't giving herself enough credit. I think she knows a lot more about these people than she is allowing herself to believe, because these quests that she's going on, they have a purpose. She went to look for Himmel's flowers that he wanted to show her and put them on around his statue. She learned how to make grapes sour or fermented, which is what the guy with the beard, he liked those kinds of things. So like, she did know these things about these people, and these memories that conjure up, she remembers them. She knows these things about these people, but I don't think she's giving herself enough credit and believing that she actually did know them, and she did know some things about them. Of course, you're not going to know everything about everyone because no one presents 100% of themselves to anyone, not even themselves half the time. But I feel like overall the show is really telling you to just enjoy the moment, enjoy the people in that moment, and appreciate things as they're happening. Don't wait for them to become memories to truly appreciate them and to truly realize and recognize what is happening in your life. Kind of try to appreciate them as they're happening, which I think is a great message. In the last episode, Frieren is trying to do better. She is trying to learn more about people as she knows them. For instance, with Fern, she wanted to make her birthday special, even though Fern completely forgot it was her birthday, and she was sleuthing around like, what the heck is Frieren doing? She's wasting money, which it was kind of cute. Frieren ran out of her way and she's like, I don't really know what to get you, but I got you this, which I think she tried because we saw that clip of Fern doing Frieren's hair. So she got Fern a hair clip, which is like some kind of, you know, correlation. She's trying to make a connection there. And she was like, okay, let's go get a dessert. I want to try to get to know you better. I'm trying to get to know you better. It's not a strength of mine, but I'm actively trying to, which is a great start. Yeah, so that was the start of that journey. And then they went to the town where they sealed away Qual. He was a great mage who did this crazy magic, and they sealed him away, and now the seal is weakening. But at the time, that magic was so intense, so crazy, that she couldn't defeat him. But 80 years has passed since he's been sealed away. For 80 years for an elf, that's like a drop in the bucket, but 80 years for a human, that's someone's whole lifespan. So that gave humans enough time to develop a way to defeat this type of magic, for it to not be as powerful as it was. So when she fought him, she disintegrated him easily. And it was kind of sad because at the end, Fern was like, yeah, the people of the town seemed really grateful and appreciative that you saved them and you did that for them. And she was like, oh no, it wasn't me that they were happy about, it was Himmel. And it was like, no, Himmel wasn't there. Like, Himmel came throughout his lifetime, and I think of course they were grateful for that, but ultimately at this point in time, they were grateful for you for doing that thing. Frieren really doesn't give herself enough credit for the things that she does, and I hope that at some point she starts recognizing these things and having a little bit more confidence in herself. But without further ado, I guess we should figure out if she figures that out in this episode. So, are you ready to watch Frieren episode 4 with me? Because I'm so excited to watch it with you. Alrighty guys, let's get to it. I'm gonna skip the intro though. Ooh, Shipwreck Town. Happened here.
This area has always been difficult for ships to navigate, so all sorts of things wash up on our shore. In the old days, the entire village used to pitch in and help clean up.
I mean, that's a lot of ships to have to get rid of. Look at that.
The waters were beautiful once.
I can imagine.
It's crystal.
So much ship debris in there.
Would you be willing to accept this as payment?
accept this as payment?
It's a book written by the legendary mage Flamma.
Flamma.
Mistress Frieren.
Is this the only grimoire the village has?
Yes.
She can't take it.
Shall do. We'll restore your coast to its former glory.
Dang, she's the only one they had.
What are you doing? That book is a fake.
So, you've been studying like I told you to. Good girl, Fern.
Good girl, Fern.
Texts attributed to Flamma aren't real. This is yet another poor imitation.
Then why did you accept the job?
Because they need it. Look at
Because
that.
that man clearly needed our help.
Yes.
That must not be your only reason.
I mean, look at that.
Right.
They could do it easily.
I'm doing this for me.
They probably used to go there.
Sounds like we have another long stay ahead of us.
Yeah, her and Himmel probably came here and went on a date. No, I don't know. It's snowing. This is a sad looking town. But good looking bread.
Always a joy to see my best customer. I threw in something extra just for you.
My best customer. Isn't this their first time there?
For 3 months of loyalty.
3 months they've been there.
Used to our village yet?
Wow.
The shore gets awfully cold this time of year. You girls be careful.
Yeah, they've been in this town for a long time.
It's winter.
I'm surprised that Fern doesn't find it boring being with Frieren. Because it takes so long to do these
This
missions.
is a mess. I tidied it up only yesterday.
Frieren's a slob.
It's morning time. You need to wake up. There's work to do.
There's work to do. It's almost like she's taking care of her grandmother or something.
The shore isn't going to clean itself.
Yeah, for real. Like, it's really like she's taking care of her grandmother. So what are they gonna do with all this wood? I guess firewood?
Chilly.
You need a jacket for your...
Something occurred to me.
What's that?
I wonder if you might actually be a rather irresponsible sort of person. I wake you up at a reasonable hour every morning and get you dressed and feed you. You do know that I am not your mother, don't you?
I'm capable of doing all that myself.
She is, but now that she has someone doing it for her,
Noon.
Fair.
I'm not worried.
she'll just rely on that
I've
person.
already given up hope.
I apologize.
How did you ever manage traveling with the hero's party? I can't
Good question.
imagine they would be willing to brush your hair.
I overslept all the time back then.
And you never got in trouble for it?
I did, actually.
She's like, I did all the time. Oh no, just
Only
once.
once. They must have been uniquely patient people.
They were unique, certainly. Though Heiter did often click his tongue in disapproval. Sorry.
Watch it. I understand, friend, but
Oh my.
Himmel always had his back.
Rage.
He gave you the tongue click of rage. Ah, and then they burn it. That must feel so nice and warm.
How's the big cleanup coming along?
I mean, they're taking forever though. 3 months? It shouldn't take them that long. 2/3.
Ready by the New Year's festival?
Barely, but yes.
Barely, but
In
yes.
that case, I sincerely
They're having
hope you'll
soup
be able
and
to
bread.
join us in watching the sunrise this time, a sight to behold.
She's like, the sunrise. That's really early. Nice. Looks like they're almost done.
Operation is related to the New Year's festival.
In this village, it's customary to welcome the new year by watching the sunrise.
Welcome to New York by watching the
Something about the way
sunrise.
the light reflects off the clear water.
I do like that.
But it's quite beautiful.
I like that, watching the sunrise off
Never
the
gotten to
clear
see it
water.
before?
You think that I could wake up that early?
You think I could wake up that early? Let's be for real.
Let's try to hurry. We don't have much time.
Every single morning. Come on, Frieren. Use an adult. Get your booty up out of the bed by yourself. Oh man. Dead pirate in there. What'd she find in there? Any treasure? Nope, just some sea moss. There we go. Finally, they're picking up big pieces instead of just like little tiny pieces at once. It looks like they might be done. Wow, look at the clear water. Those people are going to be so happy now.
The water quality is looking great.
Water quality is looking
Her work
great.
is done with a whole night to spare.
With a whole night to spare.
Hardly looks
Beautiful.
like the same beach.
Thank you for all your hard work.
He's like, I haven't seen it look like this
Tomorrow, you'll be
since I
joining
was
us for
20 years
festival.
old.
Right.
We're excited to have you.
We're excited to have you.
Have you lost your mind? That's so early. There's no way you'll be able to wake up in time.
She's like, I just won't go to sleep.
Impossible.
Not if I simply don't sleep.
Ah, that was right.
That intent on seeing the sunrise?
To be honest, I couldn't care less.
To be honest, I couldn't care
That's
less.
the reason I'd like to see it.
That's why I'd like to see it.
I don't understand.
Neither do I.
She wants to find meaning in it. She wasn't lying. I'll stay up all night.
You didn't come to the New Year's festival with us. Why not? You broke poor Heiter's heart. Now he's bedridden. What a
Aww,
sensitive soul.
what a
The only
sensitive
thing he's sensitive to are the effects of his.
the effects
The
of his
rest of you
drink.
got to go, so what's the issue?
Because they wanted to all
You
go
should have
together.
been there too. We wanted you to enjoy it.
It was merely a sunrise. I doubt it would have brought me any joy.
You're wrong there. You would have loved it.
She sounds very sad.
Because you're just that kind of person.
Because you're just that kind of person. Yeah, she wants to see
She's asleep.
what other people see in her.
She's asleep. Mistress Frieren, you have to wake up, or else you'll be late to the festival. Who do you think you're calling
Mama?
Mama, young lady?
Mama.
Why
Who's her
exactly
mom?
am I doing this again?
Y'all, the sun has already risen. It's already light out.
Thank you.
Poor Fern. poor Fern. Wow. That's a great way to start the new year.
It's certainly pretty. But I wouldn't say it's worth waking up early for. Maybe Himmel didn't know what kind of person I was after all. I'm off. I need to go back.
You see, it made her feel a little good that she was like,
Mistress.
oh, well, maybe he didn't know me after all, so it's okay because I didn't know him, you
Is
know?
it? It's just a sunrise.
But it's the dawn and the beginning of a new
Talk to
day.
me. I can tell you're happy.
Maybe so. But only because you're smiling.
That's what it is. Seeing other people happy can sometimes make you happy.
I wouldn't have been able to see this sunrise if I'd been on my own.
Absolutely not. If I weren't here, you'd still be snuggled up in bed.
You'd still be snuggled up in bed. But you got to do it together.
Are these for your family?
It happened a long time ago. Demons attacked my village and showed no mercy.
Who's talking? Oh, the dwarf.
Praying, of course.
Praying, of
We
course.
return to nothing when we die.
I like to think we go to heaven.
Until several thousand years ago, people largely accepted that nothing comes after. But I know the dwarves. value tradition.
7,000 years ago.
I myself am skeptical about the idea of a heaven.
Has she lived
As
for
we
7,000
can't observe the
years?
souls of the dead, so an afterlife cannot be outright proven, though it cannot be disproven either.
I, for one, don't think it matters either way.
I don't think it matters either way.
In the grand scheme of things, I can't say how much it truly matters.
Careful now, oh corrupt one.
Oh, corrupt
Not very
one.
priestly.
Not very priestly.
But even if a heaven doesn't exist, I very much believe that it should.
Why is
I
that?
believe that it should.
I feel it's more convenient that way.
More convenient.
Those that kept living despite life's hardships deserve more than just oblivion. Picture the alternative. A heavenly realm where souls can live in luxury.
Souls
It's a
can live
nice
in
thought.
luxury. Yeah.
Point. That is more convenient.
So they've left you to live in luxury.
Let's.
I hope we're not at the end of his life. Are we about to lose him now too? I think, what they say, dwarves live like 300 years? So it's at least been 100.
Hello there. I thought I'd drop by.
You act as
since
if it hasn't been 30 years.
30 years, my bad.
So,
But it's been 100 years since she's known him, I think.
I suppose not.
See, she does remember these things about these people. She's acting like she doesn't know anything about them.
Eisen, I came to see if there's anything I can help you with.
I'm not done here yet. I heard you paid a visit to Hyder before he passed away.
He's like, I'm not gonna die yet.
Same thing.
How do you know about that?
Hyder and I rode often.
You're much friendlier than you appear.
Or perhaps you're not friendly enough.
Or perhaps you're not friendly enough.
Tell me, is there anything we could do?
He's like, you trying to kill me off already?
Full basin. This takes me back.
So you've been here before?
Long ago.
Long ago, she says.
Long
How
ago.
long must that be?
With her, you never know.
Prehistoric times.
Probably in historic times. Well, that eliminates. She's not that old.
Explain. What are we looking for?
The notes of Flamma, the legendary mage.
Interesting. Second time Flamma has been
You
mentioned.
insist. But you know most of her supposed writings are fake.
Not this one.
They're gonna find the real
I have
one.
a lead from Hyder. He deduced the location from records on Flamma, left in the Holy City.
Okay.
Her genuine notes are located somewhere in Full Basin. Think back, Frieren.
That's a
Must remember that.
huge place to have to look.
Which was in depth. Quite driven for a corrupt priest.
It's interesting. They're talking about him, and it's like the sky is representing him, like
A
being
giant
there,
tree? That's
Like,
ridiculous.
helping
Where the
them through
forest
this
full.
quest. I don't know.
Oh, I suppose you do have all the time in the world.
Suppose you do have all the time in the world.
But Fern
What's up with
doesn't like
Fern in the
work
back?
usually, so I'll try to-
Let's search as efficiently as possible.
You've changed.
You've changed.
You never cared about other people's time before.
But
That's
now
all
she's
Fern.
learning.
She's scary when she's mad.
She's scary when she's mad.
No. I'll watch myself.
Alrighty. Let the search begin. Oh, what a cute little... Oh, man, he's strong. Hey, look, she learned how to make his sour grapes that he loves. You saw he was sucking on them with the little twig sticking out. She looks at peace. This looks like quite a few days worth of work. She's like, oh, nah. It always takes so long. She's trying to see if maybe I can find it so we can just get going.
Mistress Frieren!
I wonder if Fern will...
Tree growing over some ruins to the west of here.
I wonder if Fern will ever leave Frieren. Because she's
Meet
just
you
like,
there.
alright, I gotta go on my own journey now.
Eisen?
Eisen, that's his
I understand
name.
wanting those notes, but why now?
Yes, but why now?
Because I felt sorry for you.
Because I'm about to die, Frieren. That is
Not
why.
just you, I suppose. I felt sorry for him.
I felt sorry for Himmel too.
30 years ago, at his funeral, you said that you wished you would have gotten to know him better.
I wish you'd have gotten to know him
My
better.
humble opinion. You should tell that to Himmel himself.
How's she gonna do that?
Flamma's notes discuss her conversations with the dead
Her
and
conversations
how
with the
she
dead.
achieved those meetings.
Nothing more than a fairy tale.
Interesting.
And such dialogue with Himmel is far from my mind.
You lie.
You know more than most that all magic started as fairy tales. And don't you want to learn more about your lost friend?
That's what she's been trying to
That's
do.
why I brought this up to Hyder. It was evident that you had regrets. We wanted
She
to
has
help
lots
you
of
through
regrets.
them.
I guess when you live long enough, either you have a very long book of adventures or a very big book of regrets.
A barrier. And a powerful one. It's protecting both the tree and the ruins.
Yup. X marks the spot.
It's been over 1,000 years now.
Over
Here
1,000
I am
years.
dancing in the palm of my master's hand.
Okay, so she's at least 1,000 years old.
How is that going to keep watch?
Oh, don't sell it short. This little sapling will grow in 1,000 years.
Flamma is her master.
In this place.
Probably so, but you'll be dead by then.
Well, sure, but you won't be.
Well, sure, but
Someday
you
down
won't
the
be.
line, you're going to make a horrid mistake, and you'll wish you had gotten to know the people around you.
Are you asking I get to know you? needy.
Oh, needy.
Not quite. All that I'm saying is when the inevitable happens, return to this place.
Return to this place.
And I, the legendary mage Flama,
Yeah.
will be here to help.
And I'll be here to help. Yeah. Nice. Wow. Yeah, this is nice. See, so I guess that is the crux of being an elf and living for so long, that people are just drops in your bucket, you know? Like, why learn about them if they're not going to be there for so long?
Be so sure.
Because her,
Flama's best student.
yeah, Flama experienced the same thing.
Are you telling me that Frieren used to be your student?
Yes, at least 1,000 years ago.
She doesn't predate history.
Does it say anything about speaking with the
Yeah,
dead?
she is
It was
old.
already open to that very page.
Yeah, she already knew.
So she knew 1,000 years ago that I would come back here someday.
She knew 1,000 years ago.
What an unpleasant woman.
What an unpleasant woman.
On the very northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place the people of this world.
Flama is pretty.
I now know it as Aureole,
Aureole.
the land where souls rest.
Land where souls rest.
Many spirits have gathered there. I spoke with friends whom I once fought alongside. It was the discovery of a lifetime.
It
Nice.
will hopefully propel the research on souls forward.
Okay.
Do you think any of that is true?
Who can say?
I guess you won't know until you...
Heaven exists. It's more convenient if it does.
You're right.
You're right.
I should try believing for a change.
Yes, try believing for a change.
Any
Please do.
idea exactly where this place might be?
Let me ponder. If it's in the north. Enda.
And,
But that's where.
That's correct. It is now home to the Demon King's castle.
but I thought they defeated the Demon King. There's a new Demon King?
Could it be in such a place?
Frieren,
Frieren.
you must go to Aureole.
You must go to
and
Aureole
speak with him.
and speak with him.
You said you would help me, did you not?
How is it helping him, though?
You picked up a few tricks. There.
I think we both know the answer to that.
I'll do it then. We needed a destination.
We needed a destination.
Though I hate to think I'll be passing through the tundra around the Demon King's castle. Maybe I don't want to go.
Maybe I don't want to
This
go.
is going to be an uphill battle.
Fern's like, what did I sign myself up for?
She's already dead asleep.
As carefree as ever.
She's always sleeping, for real.
Freeze out there.
Sleep whining.
Sleep whining.
Is it really that frigid around the Demon King's castle?
Conquering Indus terrain is no small feat.
Oh, it's as far north as you can go.
Continent.
Yeah.
We braved much more than the cold in that place.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's been a long time since they've been there. I feel like once they go there, that'll be the end of like
Feels a little too quiet.
being with
I think she's slept for long enough.
Eisen.
Nap time's over.
Always waking him up. Waking her up.
Well, I tried.
Fern, is that elf a good teacher to you?
Well,
That's a fair question.
I guess.
I don't know the answer. She just drags me around on her aimless search for new spells.
On her aimless search for new
Always
spells.
at her mercy.
Look at her smug smile.
Her interest in getting to know Himmel and the rest of your party has given her some direction.
Yeah.
When it comes to me, I find that she is significantly less interested.
That's really sad. So
She
she's
put me on in the first place was because Master Heiter asked her to.
yeah. So she's falling into the same trap as before. And now she's just living in the past as opposed to living in the present.
Her own way. Whenever my birthday comes around, she picks out some sort of present for me. She usually seems indifferent to my presence. I'm curious what goes through her mind. She's a mystery.
Yeah, so she's falling into her same patterns, and now once Fern dies, or Fern leaves, she's gonna be like,
Going to
oh,
keep traveling.
dang, I should have known more
It's
about
easier
her.
that way.
You're not going to take on an apprentice? A journey is better with someone to talk
A
to.
journey is better with someone to talk
Here it would
to.
be a waste of time.
A waste of
No matter
time.
how much I teach them, they'll surely die.
They'll surely die.
How cheery.
Yeah, that is really sad.
It's not how relationships work.
It's how they work for me. Just consider our adventure. It's taken up less than 1/100th of my life.
1/100th of my life.
You should understand, Eisen.
I mean, he's considerably younger than you are, though, but yeah.
Today is a day for celebration and glee. Let us toast.
It sounds like somebody wants an excuse to drink.
He always wants an excuse to drink more.
The veil was transparent.
But yeah, I think
The corrupt priest.
that's what I figured. That, like, she doesn't let people close because she's so afraid of losing them after getting close.
Is a great teacher.
That
You're
elf is a
right.
great teacher.
You're really not coming with us?
Correct.
This is the last time you're gonna see him.
I would only get in your way.
I would only get in your way.
All right.
Goodbye,
The
Eisen.
path to Ender, don't you?
You were a great character.
Yes. We'll go through the villa region. Then we'll cross Regal Canyon and find the Northern Lands checkpoint.
Forgive me.
Forgive me.
You have a long journey ahead.
She's like, oh, damn. Another long journey?
10 years.
10 years? She's like, oh no.
I see.
I'm gonna be almost 30.
Following the same route you took to the Demon King's castle on your first journey.
Of course. Of course that's what they're gonna be doing. Of course. Yeah, so she's completely reliving that whole experience. But she has someone new. She needs to relive, or she needs to live in the moment with Fern. Poor Fern. 10 years with Frieren. She must really love Frieren. They need someone else in their party stat. Like,
Another brief 10-year adventure.
another brief.
And you alright?
Alright, so I can really see now how it really makes sense to me now that episode 1 through 4 was supposed to be a movie, because that felt like, okay, this is going to be the start, and now the show is going to happen. Like, now the gritty stuff is going to happen. But yeah, this show just, like, always makes me feel a little bit sad watching it. Like, Frieren still hasn't learned her lesson. She's so focused on the past and so focused on reliving the past and making up for it that she's completely neglecting her present and neglecting the people in her present. So she's just starting this cycle all over again. She's literally repeating what she had done. She's going on another 10-year adventure just with a new person, but she's trying to remember and relive her heydays of the people that are no longer around, but with this new person, and she's not really getting to know her or giving her that connection that Fern needs and that Frieren needs. Frieren is so carefree and so nonchalant because I think she's learned to not care about the people around her or the things around her, because the buildings will eventually crumble, the people will eventually die and leave. So why teach them? Why do these things with them? Which I think is wrong. And I'm hoping throughout the show she starts to just appreciate the moment. Like, she's literally going on this quest to talk to the guy that she neglected when he was alive, who I think she truly loved. Like, I think, like, loved. Like, I think she liked the people in her party, but I think she wanted to knock boots with Himmel. I don't know. The show really makes me want to just go and hug and love the people in my life and check on my mom and my grandfather and just see, like, how are they doing, and like how their day has been, because I don't want to neglect the people in my life and just once they're gone to be like, oh dang, I wish I would have done more, which I think is a very natural and human response. Like, I've lost people in my life, and one of the first reactions is like, dang, I wish I could have done this with them, I wish I could have done more, I wish, like, there's those memories and you try to think like, okay, well, like, maybe I could do this because I will be living out that person's dream, and I can do this because it would have made that person happy, but it's like, this person is no longer around. So yes, I think it's nice to fulfill someone's wish, but then at the same time, you also have to live your life with the people that are currently in it, yourself and everyone else around you, rather than completely dwelling on the wishes of that person who's no longer in your life. I think everyone will have a completely different opinion on that, but that's how I feel from watching this show and, you know, experiencing those kinds of things. So I think overall it's just nice to have good memories with people and really cherishing those memories and not dwelling on them and not letting them, not letting them control the narrative of your current life. Just really focusing on the day-to-day while still cherishing those moments, but also creating new memories. Just making your scrapbook of life larger and larger. But anyway, I'm excited to see the 10-year journey that Frieren and Fern are gonna go on. And when along this journey, the guy with the red hair is gonna show up. Is it gonna be right at the start? I feel like maybe like 2 episodes in. So maybe we're on episode 4? Maybe episode 6, but I'm thinking actually maybe episode 7 he's gonna show up. I don't know. And is there gonna be some new Demon King that they're gonna have to fight? I'm very curious, and I'm wondering if she's ever gonna actually be able to talk to Himmel, and if she doesn't, would she be okay with that? And how many more flashbacks are we gonna see? I think a lot of the story is going to progress through flashbacks. They're gonna cut to present and past a lot in this show, but I'm really excited for it. The show is really, truly beautiful. Visuals, storytelling, the acting, everything about it I'm absolutely loving, and it's really making me think and contemplate my own life, which I think is a really good thing for any kind of media. So I'm excited to continue this journey with you, so make sure you like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together with Frieren. And if you're not liking the show, don't worry, because I upload a new video every single day, and I can't wait to see you next time. Alrighty guys, till then.